और बेंगलुरु चलते हैं और प्रोफेसर दरबा साहब, स्वागत है आपका। नमस्कार।
Namaskar, Hari Om.
हरिओम।
Very nicely explained by Jha Sahab, as usual. Here it is very interesting as well as intriguing. The fourth and then the fifth, like Jha Sahab said, it appears as an apparent paradoxical statement and self-contradictory, but in the sixth, seventh and all, Bhagavan has beautifully explained. Fourth and fifth is saying Matsthani and then Nacha Matsthani. He is one side he is saying that I am in all of them and they are not in me, or they are all in me, I am not in them. That's what he is saying. And to explain that, now that Jasab has explained what Bhagavan has explained, Bhagavan himself is clarifying that with a drishtanta, an example, because always it makes it interesting, just the way we discussed about the jnana and then vijnana. The vijnana comes with the practical application, and hence we always look for the so-called the scientific mind, and then the rational mind always looks for some empirical evidence or some example or a practical facet of any concept that we tend to explain or understand. That's what Bhadrayana Vyasa or Bhagavan is trying to do with Yadhakasa Sthito Vayuhu. So like the air which is all pervading, because very often people ask, the so-called Gnostic जो होते हैं, agnostics and then atheists, भगवान क्या है, दिखाओ मेरे को, दिखते क्यों नहीं है, अगर है तो. So then it has been, from time immemorial, even in our school days debates and then the college debates, whenever we come across such kind of people, we always used to give this example of, okay, is there air? Yeah, there is air. Of course there is air. Then दिखाओ मेरे को, air कहाँ है, वायु को दिखाओ. So that's what. But you cannot say it is not there because you are feeling it. So Bhagavan or the Paramatma, the Chaitanya Swarup जो होता है, the unmanifest form of the Almighty, can only be experienced. It cannot be viewed. That which cannot be viewed cannot be said that it doesn't exist. Because we have not seen our great grandfather. It doesn't mean that there is no great grandfather, even if the photograph is not available. Yeah. So that's how it works. And afterwards he is saying that okay, the whole thing is created. So it may be interesting to know, as I was studying and reading, it occurred to me, because normally with skeptical minds the doubts will arise in a scientific kind of a thinking, that who is the creator? Though the Puranas and then the Vedas and Upanishads have been telling that the whole thing has come as a combination of the Prakriti and then Purusha, and he has explained there is a Mula Prakriti and there is a Prakriti and then Purusha, and Purusha is the Suddha Chaitanya sitting in a constant kind of a Nirakara, Nirguna, Nitya, Suddha, Buddha, Mukta, Satya, Chitta, Ananda Swarupa, a pure consciousness is sitting there, and then the Prakriti comes. Prakriti is often explained and understood as a strilinga, so the feminine part of it, which creates which motivates the Chaitanya to involve in the Srishti Karya, and then of course the remaining things about Hiranyagarbha, Tejasa, Vishwa, all that we have discussed in the earlier chapters. But coming to that, some people say that, the Charvakas and then the others say that there is no Bhagavan, and then the whole Srishti is created by the Jivatma himself, the Jiva itself. If Jiva was the reason for creating the creation, then why there is so much of dukkha? Like Buddha always felt bad about there is so much of dukkha, the whole world, the life is suffering. And the mukti, the nirvana is only to get rid of that suffering. That's what is his limitation of his philosophy. Whereas our Sanatana Dharma says that it is Ananda, and because of Ajnana we are not able to, we are experiencing this dukkha. The moment you realize that Jnana Prapti जब हो जाता है, तब जो तुम्हारा निज स्वरूप जो है, जो आनंद का स्वरूप है, उनका ज्ञान प्राप्ति हो जाती है, and then you will be liberated, and that itself is, you call it a bliss, Brahmananda Anubhava or liberation or moksha. So now coming to, if man is created, why would he create a creation or a jagat with so much of the differences? Like there are poor people, there are black people, there are white people, there are rich people, there are lucky people, there are unlucky people, and there are different there are jarajaras, udbhijas, andajas, and then swadajas. There are so many differences. Why is it? He would have created anything that is most convenient to him, no? Any scientist or anybody, any new modern creator of the gadgets and then the all innovations or inventions are all for the benefit of the mankind. So he would have completely created a srishti which is extremely convenient and comfortable and suitable to him. But that's not how the srishti is. Then how the srishti is coming is because of that is the fundamental tenet of our Sanatana Dharma philosophy, which is the karma. So he is saying that I am an asanga, I am untouched like Padmapatra Mivambhasa. I am there in the lake, fully immersed, but I am untouched. So it is possible, and that's a beautiful example he has given. Similarly, though the whole thing I may be appearing like the waves are in the ocean, but the ocean is not in the waves. A good example is, I would like to give here is the gold. So there are several jewelry is made up of gold. But the same gold, I worked in stock exchange, as you know. So we call it bullion. So the bullion is different from gold, and gold is different from jewelry. There is gold in all jewelry, but there is no jewelry in the gold. That's how it can be explained beautifully. That though the God is there in everywhere, but it is not there and then it is touched. Just the way gold is there in all jewelry and jewelry is not there in the gold. Waves are in the sea, but sea is not in the wave. Air is in the sky, but the sky and air, he has given a beautiful example. That's how, and this is clarified that if it is created by Jivatma, he would have created for his own convenience, suitable to him. So it is not so. It is so difficult and different. And hence there is somebody, like there is a difference between a chef and a goldsmith. A chef cannot make jewelry. A goldsmith cannot make a fantastic cuisine. So each one has got a talent itself. But जो सबका talent का ऊपर super talent जो होता है, Almighty God, He is Sarvajna and then Sarvashaktiman, Almighty. That's what is the name given to the God. So He has to be the reason for creating such an inscrutable design and the diversity and then the unity. That's how we need to. And coming to that, then how is this Srishti differently created is because of karma. That is the central theme of the Sanatana Dharma. So the karma, because you have, that's why he is saying kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visrujami. In this cycle of dhata yadha purvam akalpayat. So he recreates the whole circle, it gets on repeated. Based on what? Based on the karmas. Even the प्रकृति का वश में, माया की वश में आके जो शुद्ध चैतन्य परमात्मा जो बैठे रहते हैं, वो भी ये कर्मा सृष्टि का कार्य कर्मा करता है because of the karma. And the same thing he repeats. And all these jivas, all of us are born with so much of differences. One is a professor in JNU, but I am a professor in a private college in Bangalore. But I was a vice president earlier somewhere else. But somebody is a scientist in America, somebody is an educationist in America, one is a IAS officer today, a senior IAS officer sitting. And we have, one is a accomplished journalist and a chief of the channel, Vartic, a beautiful channel which is giving us a fantastic opportunity week after week on this subject. So this variety is because of our karmas, which are our punya karmas, that we have done, that we are all here. So it is the karma cycle that keeps on creating our own creation. Even in a quantum kind of a theory also, the Srishti yad bhavam tad bhavati. The Srishti is as you perceive it, as you create it for yourself. So even in that form also, if you look at it, we can understand the nature. Nature has got two meanings. Nature is the Prakriti, which is the Bhumirapo Analo Vayu Kamano Buddhirevacha, is a Prakriti Rashtada, he has said. The elementary form of the Prakriti, that is the environment, the atmosphere. The other Prakriti is, as a HR professional, it is the nature, Swabhava. इसका प्रकृति क्या है, इसका नेचर, व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ दिस फेलो, वी कीप आस्किंग. So based on our, that's why in the last shloka is beautifully says, Prakriter Vashat. Based on your nature, that the nature is that if you are a papi, पाप कर्म करके पापी बनते हो, that becomes your nature and then you get the equally. So I am just a udasina in the ninth, he says that in the ninth shloka next. So he is
Right.
quite untouched and then sitting, and it is you who guys are creating your own worlds, and I am just sitting and then witnessing, and then I'm इधर का उधर, उधर मेरा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, लेकिन मैं इधर का उधर का इधर बांटता हूँ जो आपके how you deserve it. That's how we need to understand the fourth to eighth stanzas, which are, though
Right.
it appears self-contradictory, but they are beautifully explained. If there is time, based on the discussion, we
Yes.
can take it up in the second
Yeah,
round.
दरबार साहब कुछ कहना चाह रहे
I
हैं?
have understood. Yeah.
हाँ,
If I have preempted and understood with whatever, उतना साधना तो नहीं है, but थोड़ा साधना से जो प्राप्त हुआ है, जो बलराम सिंह साहब पूछना चाहते थे, he is saying that, Bhagavan is saying that, which I started with, because it is an apparent contradiction and a paradoxical statement. I am in them and they are not in me. That's what I think he started. So for that I would say अव्यक्त की बात जो कर रहे हैं, again with a practical example as it occurred to me just now. I think we are wearing several ornaments and then the corals, the diamond and all that. Where are the diamonds? Diamonds are in the mountains and corals are in the Mahasagar. Okay, all those precious jewels are all there in the Vishwa, in the magnitude of the things. But apne aap khud, corals will not come and then stay in my जो कंठ में विराजमान खुद होते नहीं है. ये जो ज्वेलरी, दिस पर्टिकुलर हार जो बनने में इसमें जो कोरल्स हैं, ये कोरल्स पाने के लिए बहुत साधना करने की जरूरत होती है. सिमिलरली टू खोज निकाल के उसको शार्पन करके एक कार्बन को डायमंड बनाने में बहुत साधना होता है. वो अपने आप खुद प्रकट नहीं होते डायमंड्स जो होते हैं, बट दे आर ऑल इन द यूनिवर्स, दे आर ऑल इन द यूनिवर्स in a raw form, in an avyakt form, in unmanifest state. So to make them manifest, we will have to do the filing and then we will have to खोजना पड़ता है, जो समंदर के अंदर जाना पड़ता है या खोदना पड़ता है या खोजना पड़ता है. So in not only it's enough to just identify the stone from the carbon. Every stone and every carbon coal cannot become a diamond. ओनली जो ज्ञानी होता है उनको पता चलता है कि कौन सा कार्बन डायमंड बनने लायक है, एंड उससे भी काम नहीं होता, उसको लाके बहुत श्रमा परिश्रम करना पड़ता है. वही परिश्रमा योग साधना होता है, एंड वही योग साधना से जो ज्ञानी हो जाते बनते हैं. और जैसे आप अपने बारे में बार बार बोलते जाते हैं अनिल भाटे साहब, तो इनकी अनुभव उनका खुद का अनुभव है और हमारा पढ़ने का ज्ञान हमारा ज्ञान है, लेकिन वो अनुभूति, there is a possibility for that experience and there is a beautiful way process which is given, but that may happen in one janma or it may happen in several janmas. For some realized souls or claimants of such realization through some techniques, it's okay, it's one's own narrative or one's own knowledge or vaham. So that is there, but we are not here on sitting on judgment about others, and nor are we on holier than thou kind of a any claim or anything like that. अपने आप how Bhagavan has explained and how within our permitted knowledge में how we have understood and how we can relate it to our own selves as we understand with the knowledge of either Jnaneshwari. I can tell in my own Telugu language there are Mahan Kavi पंडित जो तेलुगु में लिखा है, लेकिन बेसिकली एक ज्ञान बेसिकली व्हाट इज देयर एंड हमारे परिमिति में हमको अवगत होके अंडरस्टैंड करके, एंड नॉट ओनली दैट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी लाइक शर्मा जी जो दिए हैं हमें, तो थ्रू दैट वेदर वी कैन share it फॉर द प्रैक्टिकल पर्पस ऑफ द पब्लिक, when we are on a public channel like this. यही प्रयास हमारा होना चाहिए, rather than unnecessarily claims or any other narratives. But जिज्ञासु की दृष्टि से जब शीर्षिका दी हुई है, so definitely every question can be taken, and within our perspective we can discuss, and then
that is the
we
very
explore.
paradigm of this show.
Yeah, excellent. So that is what he opportunity. So इसके I think I wish to explain that अपने आप जो भी सिद्ध नहीं होता है तो हमको खोद के उसको बनाना पड़ता है. जैसा ज्वेलरी, तरह तरह के ज्वेलरी, गोल्ड जो मूल पदार्थ, मूल प्रकृति होता है, उन्हीं को लेके जो हम विराजमान हो जाते हैं और हम गर्व प्राप्त करते हैं. अच्छा, मैं डायमंड पहना हूँ, मैं ये पहना हूँ, वो पहना हूँ, and then we want to elevate ourselves. But
Right.
what is more important, which is already there only, there is nothing which we are creating. जो भी we create, it will only be an artificial creation. Whatever is the most precious is from the nature. That nature is the swabhava, and then that nature is the prakriti. And in that form, he is saying that I am like a gold, I am in the jewels, but jewels are not in me. Jewels are not gold. There is a fake jewelry also. That is also jewelry. But when it becomes a gold jewelry, gold के संपर्क से उनका जो वैल्यू जो है वो बढ़ जाता है. That's why भगवान के when we experience the God, then we become the ज्ञानी and then the yogi, and then उन्हीं का चैतन्य हमें भी महसूस होता है, प्राप्त होता है ज्ञान. That's how I wish to explain, if I have understood.
Right.
His,